Yeah, I had a real good job up north. Then I got hurt, and that's when they started giving me the medication, pain medication. Never explained to me by the doctors what this medication would do. It was just, here, take this here. Just one time. I mean, I took more, you know, it felt good. And I took more, and then when I was running out, I thought, oh my God, I don't see my doctor next week. You ask anybody that has opiate sickness, it's disgusting. The withdrawals are powerful. Did I ever think I'd ever end up in jail? Well, that's where I ended up going because of my addiction. And did I ever think I'd put a needle in my arm? No, but I did. I did everything I didn't want to do, but I did it because of my addiction. I lost everything.
Direction 180 is a program of the Mi'kmaq Native Friendship Center. We are a community-based opiate agonist treatment program located here in the North End Halifax community. Hi Todd, how are you?
Good.
Welcome, thank you for coming in.
No problem, glad to be here.
You know, so here at Direction 180, we're all about, meeting people where they're at. For people who use substances, when you're trying to access mainstream health services, but people lack an understanding of substance use or trauma-informed care, it's extremely difficult for somebody to be vulnerable, to open up and actually be willing to engage in care or access those services.
Hi, Direction 180, Pete speaking. The barriers that are put in place because of stigma are just never ending. We always tell people that if you sit there and you listen to somebody call you names or treat you a certain way long enough that you believe it. People have grown up a certain way and they have been taught a certain way to live, and the substance abuse issues kick in usually at an early age. And then once they get into that cycle in life, it's really difficult for a person to get out of it. Here at Direction 180, we have that ability to be able to squeeze into that cycle. It's probably one of the biggest important pieces of this program, is because people come to us for one thing. They come to us for opiate-assisted treatment. But when they get in here, now there's a whole world of other things that we can open doors for them. And teaching them about self-care because of this project is one of them.
So the Self-Care For Us, By Us project is a project funded by the Mental Health Foundation of Nova Scotia.
I always tell people that it's like, our brains are like a puzzle box, and all the pieces are in there. The only way to see the picture is to get the pieces out of the box and then start putting them together. And one of the ways that we get the pieces out of the box is sharing with others. All right, so we'll start the session off. We'll go around the room, we'll introduce ourselves and maybe say what kind of date we're having.
From a societal standpoint, it's important that peer-to-peer programs exist because it acts as a form of prevention. It prevents, involvement in the criminal justice system. It prevents mental health crises whereby folks are frequently visiting the emergency department.
Self-care is a big part of that, learning how to say no to people, learning how to create boundaries. So if you look up at the sign there, it's the different areas of self-care that we cover. There's an assessment in here that we do in the very first session, and then a person can see exactly where they are with each one and which things that they would like to work on.
So we know that programs designed by people with lived experience are more well received by people with lived experience with substance use. So it's more relatable. So it provides that safe, supportive, understanding environment.
I've been in prison myself multiple times, being in a maximum security institution with an IV drug habit. And, I had to go through what I went through, so I'm able to help others.
Well, I mean, it's nice to talk to somebody that has been there. I'm with people I can talk to about anything. I got trust. I can trust them here.
It enables people to see that change is possible. When they hit that state of desperation where enough's enough and they open their minds to a different way of living, this is where the program has the biggest effect.
It helps me to build my confidence again, my self-esteem, because it was pretty well destroyed. I was at a point, I was at a very, very, very low point. And I ended up coming down here and things started changing for me. They helped me a lot.
We have people consistently showing up. right? So for vulnerable, marginalized populations who have difficulties engaging in programs and services, to see clients showing up week after week and excited to engage in programming, we know we're doing something right.
All right, wow. Thanks everybody for coming. Great session today. I hope you guys all take something away from this. And we'll see you all again next week. All right, good stuff. I could only wish that I could show you the impact that these programs have on people's lives. You know, when I talk about the stigma out there, you know, I had to say that the team as a whole here, you know, somebody who's come from the life that I've come from, and they welcomed me in here with open arms, and there's been no turning back.
The impact, you know, the community is able to do a lot with a little bit, and the positive outcomes that this funding has had on their overall health and well-being, I would say thank you.
It saved my life. That's the best way I can put it. I'm not in the ground, I'm above the ground. I'm learning how to live again. I just thought there was no more help for me. But you know what? There's always help. You just got to make it to that door.